So we are yet to see how far, in terms of political will, the new system will go, and how far the law enforcement agencies, they are going to do what they are doing, announcing cases every week, and what they are doing about the cases.
And speaking of that, the announcement of these cases, what feels like it's now every week, we've seen some concern saying the manner in which they're doing this raises some concern, especially that the ACC has this record of bringing up these cases, and people have so much interest in these cases. When they reach in court, see that there's no evidence provided, or this course pretty much, this case rather, does not go anywhere. Do you think that the Anti-Corruption Commission should continue on this trajectory of announcing all these cases that people are reporting to them, and all the suspicions that people are bringing onto them? In short, should they be announcing the investigations that they're currently holding?
Of course, there is some level of update they need to give to the public on how they are working, especially, as you know, we have always been speaking as citizens about how toothless the Anti-Corruption Commission is, how they are not following up cases, how some cases go cold. They need, yes, to have some level of communicating to the public on several cases, especially of cases of public interest that are concerning maybe big public officers. But like I said, they need to make this, whatever they are doing, as a trend, as something that they say they will be doing regularly and often. Like we have said, what we are seeing around the elections really brings about a lot of doubt whether they are doing it in right faith. You have heard the other public of the society, they have said these law enforcement agencies are trying to please or to appease the new boss, to see that they are doing something about it. But we will watch them and see how they proceed in the coming months, whether they will be coming forth every so often and tell us about what we are doing. But also on the other side, it's not just good to excite the public. If you remember very well, during the late President Lane Chiluba, we had a number of cases that were brought about by the task force. And we thought the number of people are going to find themselves in jail. But later on, we had little to account for, despite that we had used so much money. So the Anti-Corruption Commission and the law enforcement agencies need to be careful. You had earlier referred to the typology report that was produced by the Financial Intelligence Center, where they're saying 2.2 billion was suspected monies to have been used. And we have heard you, the media, quote it quite often. But actually, when you look at that 2.2 billion, it's the money actually that not necessarily is dirty. If you moved, for instance, 1 million from one account to another, that would alert the banks, that would make the banks to alert the Financial Intelligence Center. And the Financial Intelligence Center would record that amount. But that amount does not mean it's illegal by the fact that somebody in the country had moved that amount, and they have a limit in which they can move the amount. You may find actually they are buying property in a proper way. You may find they are giving a loan to somebody who has applied well. So those are some of the transactions that have not really been investigated on. So we would then urge the Anti-Corruption Commission, when they are making announcement, they have at that stage found some level of prima facie evidence which shows that there is a likelihood that that corruption might have been committed in a particular case. So that when they are announcing, actually they are in the process, they have done maybe half of the investigations and they are seeing it going right way in terms of prosecuting. Maybe they should not announce so many cases prematurely because it excites people, and then later on you find the level of prosecution, the successful prosecution is extremely low. That is very frustrating.